Marine reacts to all the weapons and gear coming to the U.S. soldiers and Marines in 2021. Let's go ahead and see what they got for us.
With the end of 2020 fast approaching, it's officially that wonderful time of the year when we can stop,
You
take
can
stock
feel
of our
the
lives, and look ahead to
miserableness
what
coming from these
2021
people.
holds for us. And in the case of U.S. military personnel in
look at that
close
fat
combat
pack.
roles, it's a slew of new weapons and gear for a boost in delicious lethality.
Did you just say delicious lethality? Interesting word of choice.
Here's a look ahead at some of the fresh gear soldiers and Marines can expect to find in their arsenals in the coming years. New pistols for Marines. The Marine Corps finally started fielding the M18 service pistol to replace its existing arsenal of sidearms back in September, its first new pistol in nearly 35 years. A compact variant of the Striker-fired M17 that the Army
Okay, I never really got to shoot any pistols at all. That was more for the officers or machine gunners that were attached to us.
adopted under the Modular Handgun System program in 2016. The M18 will replace all other pistols in the Marine Corps inventory, including the M9, M9A1, M45A1, and M007, according to the service.
Was that a
New
Lance Corporal shooting
futuristic
that?
combat goggles for soldiers.
Ooh.
The Army plans on
They
fielding
always
its
get the good shit.
Integrated Visual Augmentation System (IVAS) to soldiers starting in the fiscal year 2021 despite potential delays posed by the spread of the novel coronavirus COVID-19. Based on Microsoft's HoloLens technology, the futuristic goggles will provide soldiers with enhanced capabilities ranging from rapid target acquisition to surveillance and reconnaissance in the form of a ruggedized heads-up display.
Huh. That looks pretty interesting. It really just looks like a souped up fucking infrared. Or NVGs.
New suppressors for Marines. As
Let me tell you right now, it sounds kind of cool when you shoot it with them on, but any little bit of weight that's going to be added on, people aren't going to really be too happy about
Task and
that.
Purpose previously reported, Marine grunts in close combat formations will start receiving 5.56 small arms suppressors from Knight's Armament Company for use on the Corps' arsenal of M27 infantry automatic rifles,
This guy's gear looks very clean.
M4 carbines, and M4A1 close-quarter battle weapons in the fiscal year 2021. As a Marine Corps Systems Command spokesman said at the time, the
What kind
service's
of
intent
shooting
is
was that?
to posture our Marines with capability
Did
now
they
in
had an
order
AR?
to improve the lethality of our Marine Corps close combat forces. New sniper rifles for soldiers and Marines.
I never
Both
really
the
worked with
Army and
snipers.
Marine Corps included the
I have a
multi-role
buddy that did,
adaptive
though.
design MRAD bolt-action sniper rifle from Barrett Firearms in their respective budget requests for the fiscal year 2021, which is tucked into the defense budget bill currently winding its way through the U.S. government. While deliveries of the MRAD as the Mk-22 will commence for U.S. Special Operations Command under its Advanced Sniper Rifle program in January 2021, it's likely these specialized rifles might end up filtering down
the
to
hell is
conventional
that?
forces for testing and training over the next year.
Huh.
New grenade launchers for Marines.
I'm telling you, this looks very cool and all, but if you have to carry an extra weapon system, people, Marines specifically, are not going to be happy, because that's just another piece of gear they got to keep track of. Why though? Because they've got guns. They already have M4s with 203s attached to them underneath the barrel. They got people who carry Mark 32s who have like a 6-chamber. I mean, if you play Call of Duty, it's called the War Machine. They've got those already, and they typically have one per squad in a platoon. Typically though, it's usually two in a platoon, so it's like maybe one squad might not have it, but that squad is still going to have people with 203s on, at least 3, but it was more like 2 people, just because depending on how many people you actually had.
Years after the Army first adopted its new bloopers, the Marine Corps finally fielded its new M320A1 grenade launcher.
People aren't going to be happy with this one.
Lejeune, North Carolina back in March of this year, part of the service's push to equip all infantry units with the side-loading 40mm weapon in the fiscal year 2021. Just a note, civilians have rocked this system in Battlefield for the last decade.
I just don't see the point of that one.
The Marine Corps in April began fielding the
They would really love this if it is lighter.
Carrier Generation 3 to grunts ahead of a push to reach full operational capability for the new vest by the fiscal year 2023.
Oh, so we got a neck protector.
The system improves the Marine's ability to
groin
shoot
protector.
and move by eliminating excess bulk from the design and cutting out the shoulders for a better rifle stock weld.
Looks a little
according to the
dorky.
service. A next generation
Just let them have their own
squad weapon
flax.
for soldiers.
Squad weapon, huh?
Although the Army has for more than a year been testing prototypes from General Dynamics OTS, AAI Corporation,
249?
Textron Systems, and
That shit look rusty as hell. Did you see that?
6.8mm carbine and automatic rifle systems to replace the M4 carbine and M249 squad automatic weapon, the service still doesn't plan on actually down selecting a final group of systems and fielding them to soldiers until at least 2022. Cold weather boots for Marines.
Boots have always been a big
The Marine
thing.
Corps in December announced the service was finally fielding its new intense cold weather boot, a full-grain leather boot designed for use in temperatures as cold as -20 degrees Fahrenheit, according to the service. The new boot will fill the capability gap.
People in
between the
Bridgeport would
existing
love
temperate
this.
weather Marine Corps combat boot and extreme cold weather vapor barrier boot in use by the service.
Alright, let's go ahead and pause there. Let's go back through it real quick, just to recap. Okay, so we were going through here. They were talking about the pistols. I never really had too much experience with pistols, mainly for officers that are fucking machine gunners, typically, that were attached to us that would really use pistols. The combat goggles, they seem pretty cool. I mean, it's like a new little infrared. We had some, I don't remember exactly what they're called, but it's kind of like an NVG where you just attach it instead of the NVG, and you pull it down, right? And then you can see like the black and white, and yeah, it would look like this. But the fucking battery on it, dude, it would go by so quick. So you always had to consistently carry a lot of batteries on you. And also, just having an extra piece of gear, people weren't really very fond of it. Talked about a sniper rifle. I never really had too much experience with those. Typically get called long gun. This is where I would have a big issue with it, or most people probably would, because it's an extra piece of gear, extra weight. Not to mention the people who really have a 203 attached to their rifle, typically 2 in a squad at the minimum. Depends on how many people there are. They would also have a Mark 32, at least 2 in each platoon, and then that would be able to fire at 6. And this seems like it can only shoot 1. I've never shot one of these, but this just seems like extra weight for no reason. In my opinion, I don't think this would be a very good addition to the Marine Corps. The body armor, if this, because this looks like it protects a little more. It protects a little more on the backside. Looks like it has a little more protection on the neck, and I saw it had a groin protector attached. If this is lighter, they would love this. They would typically love using their own, but you know, cohesion and whatnot. That's what I was talking about on this. This looks like a 249 saw. These things always fucking jam, by the way. It looks like a lot of rust right here. Going around though, cold weather boots. This is another one they would really love, but they would rather much love to be issued them instead of buying them, because boots would be very expensive. Anything for cold weather, I'm glad I never did Bridgeport. I know people who did, and they said it would get fucking cold. That's all I really got to say on this. Go ahead, leave a like if you liked this video. Go ahead and leave a dislike if you didn't like it. Go ahead and comment. See if there's any things that maybe you had experience with. Maybe you were a sniper and you think that this is a good addition as far as the new rifle they're going to be implementing. Or if you're a soldier, you think those goggles are a good idea, go ahead and leave a comment in the comments down below. I'm going to go ahead and post a link to the original video down below as well in the description. And until then, I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next reaction video. Bye.